This is my first collaboration. Collaborate and listen. Ice is here with a new edition. Ice, ice, ice.
Behind the Brand JA. Hi, welcome to Behind the Brand JA. My name is Safi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Dr. Craig McNally, and I do a whole heap of things.
What's your all-time favorite movie or TV show?
Okay, this is easy. Not my one time, all time, but I'm a big Marvel's DC Comics kind of movie buff. Anything that has to do with having superpowers, that kind of thing.
If you could have a superpower, which one would you want to have?
Oh, easy. I would definitely be Xavier from the X-Men.
Farewell, Xavier. Your blindness has sealed your fate.
He has, I think, the power of telepathy. I think that's what it's called. I'm a psychologist, so it kind of fits, I think.
Imagine a psychologist who could read minds. Wow.
Oh, actually, I do. Really, many times I do.
What's a fun fact or quirky talent that you have?
Fun fact, I have a collection of action figures. This is Negan's bat. This is a replica of that bat that he used to kill the zombies. So, I had to get one. It's not the best collection out there, but I have a decent collection of action figures. And I also have a collection of Hot Wheels. I have about 200 Hot Wheels. Those aren't on display, but my action figures are definitely on display.
You introduced yourself, but could you tell us what you do? You say you do many things. So could you outline the things that you do?
I'm a jack of many trades and a master of many. I'm a licensed associate counseling psychologist. I'm a keeper of secrets. That's how I look at it. I do team building. I'm a corporate team building facilitator. I love team building. I love working with teams. Guarantees to be fun. As a psychologist, it's not always fun because the issues are not always fun issues that are being discussed. But team building, always fun. I'm also a writer, a director, and a producer of theater. What else do I do? Oh, I'm also a lecturer, a motivational speaker, a sort of social influencer. I've not been able to upload as much as I'd love to, but definitely 2024, you'll see a lot of things out there. I think that's everything.
You weren't joking when you said jack of all trades.
I do quite a bit.
Can you share a hilarious story from your childhood that still makes you laugh today?
Oh boy. So I remember back in high school, I was the president of the Octagon Club. It's a service-based organization. Just as how we have P Club, Kiwanis. This was Octagon Optimist. So myself and the sergeant at arms were invited to, I think it was an awards ceremony at the then Hilton Kingston Hotel. Or was it Wyndham? That hotel has gone through so many name changes. Anyway, that the one day. We were there and we got invited to sit at another table with members of our sponsoring club. Well, a waiter came over and asked both of us if we would like something to drink. So I turned to the waiter and I asked, "What do you got?" And he listed out a whole heap of drinks, and then I heard fruit punch. So I turned to my friend and I said, "Yeah." So I said, "Okay, we'll have a fruit punch." And he said, "Okay." So he leaves, he gets the fruit punch, he comes back, puts them on the table, and then he says, "Okay, how will you be paying? Cash or credit card?"
Hi, my name is Safia Bird-Mears, and I'm the creator, editor, and executive producer of Behind the Brand JA. and I've had over 10 years of marketing and business experience, and this made me want to have a platform to take a deep dive into the minds of Jamaican brands. Okay, back to the interview.
So me look on my friend now, Mark. So me look on Mark and I'm saying, pay, we have to pay for the drinks. And I look back at the waiter and I go, um, because me not have no money. And then thankfully, one of the adults at the table realized what was happening and said to the waiter, don't worry about it. I'll cover their drinks. It's fine. And he said, okay. And I turned to her and I said, thank you so much because anyway, at the end of the night, Mark said, actually, my father did give me $500. So I could have give him that. I said, yeah, but Mark, at two, so you would need $1,000. So I would, I guess I would be the one who would have to go and wash dishes and all of that. So that was just so embarrassing.
What's the most significant obstacle you've had to overcome, and how did you find the strength to persevere?
Completing my PhD. Lord of mercy. I remember in 2021, in the pandemic, it was a national holiday. I was at home, of course, working on my dissertation. I was in the middle of a meeting with my research supervisor, and I said to him, I said, I'm done. Me? Done. Monday morning, may I go up to the faculty office and I go turn in a letter or a form or whatever the procedure is, and I'm going to submit a withdrawal form and I'm going to tell them, me, Craig, done. Anyway, I'm now Dr. McNally. But it was really tough. Let me tell you, a PhD is not for everybody. You know those people who have their PhD and they insist that you refer to them as Dr. So-and-so or Dr. So-and-so, and they get very upset if you refer to them as Mr. or Miss. Me get it. Yeah? Me get it. Because it's a lot of work. Anyway, personally still, I'm fine with people calling me Craig.
Recently on TikTok, a lot of people have been diagnosing themselves or recommending things to people as it relates to mental health. How do you feel about that?
Oh, Lord. Okay, so you want me to now put on the professional psychologist hat. Okay. Right. Well, I'll tell you something. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because people are now finally talking about mental wellness and mental illness. It's slowly losing its taboo status. People have really become more open about their mental health struggles and their mental health journey. So that's good. Another good thing is that because of the awareness and the fact that people are now talking about what's going on with them, more people are actually seeking psychological support. They're seeking professional help, and that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. Now, it also means that many of these clients are coming into the counseling room believing that forget the negative, they are coming in with some knowledge and they are coming in open to learning more about their condition. On the flip side, many are also coming in with that knowledge, but they're very closed to what the professional has to say, because apparently if you saw it on TikTok, it's true. That's not true. That can create some challenges. And then, of course, another adverse effect of that is that people are self-diagnosing themselves. This leads to catastrophizing, where they feel that things are worse than they actually are, or they internalize a lot of the feelings and beliefs that they have now held on to because they've watched a TikTok video. So it's good, but it's also bad.
I want to get to know Dr. Craig McNally, the brand. So,
Mm,
tell me 3 words you'd use to describe you as a brand.
that's a great question. Let me start by saying that I consider myself a conglomerate. So for all the people who will have to go Google that word, let me break it down for you. A conglomerate is a huge organization that has many sub companies or subsidiaries. So the conglomerate is Craig McNally. And that explains, if you've ever called me and your number is not in my phone, I will answer Craig McNally. I don't say hello, I say Craig McNally. If you're my friend, but I didn't have this number or whatever, I'd be like, oh, you want just Craig. You don't want the business. You want to get us for Craig. But then if you want the business, are you calling me because you want me to facilitate a team building session? Are you calling me because you'd like me to do a presentation on a particular topic? Are you calling me because you want a motivational speech? So which of my subsidiaries would you like? So 3 words that describe my brand. Well, a phrase is out of the box, energetic, and another word, creative.
I have to ask about Kermit, sitting right
Kermit.
next to you. Is there a story behind
Oh,
him?
Kermit. I didn't even realize that Kermit was in the shot. How are you? Is that how Kermit? Oh, darn. How does Kermit sound again? Miss Piggy. and,
Please come in, Mr. Frog. That'll be $100.
But I haven't said anything yet.
Yes, you did, just now.
in my office, for my substantial work as a psychologist, I have a very interesting office. It's decorated quite interestingly. And Kermit is just one of the plush toys that I would have in my office. Sometimes clients like to hold on to a plush toy as they talk about a difficult experience that they've had. For me, though, I bought Kermit because I just thought it would be really cool to have a Kermit. So this one stays at home here. And I love Kermit. I love Miss Piggy. I actually grew up on cartoons watching the Muppet Show, and there's another show similar to that one called Fraggle Rock. Okay, I'm really aging myself now. Fraggle Rock, Fraggle Rock. How's it gonna day? Fraggle Rock. Or something like that. There was a dog, and these Fraggle Rocks lived like in the underground under the house, and anyway, it was a whole thing. This is just, I guess, a part of my childhood, and I love it, right? And that's Kermit, right? So here, you sit there.
Can you discuss any partnerships or collaborations that you have engaged in?
Partnerships and collaborations. Me not reach this yet. I am planning to start a podcast this year as well. So I'll tell you something. There are so many things that I've had on hold because I needed to finish my PhD. And now that I'm done, I'm really slowly but surely getting myself focused to do a lot of those things. But no, unfortunately, I
Wait,
don't.
this is your first collaboration then?
Oh right, so this is my first collaboration, right? This is my first collaboration. Yes, collaborate and listen. Isis here with a new edition. I don't know, but every time I hear an influencer talk about collaboration, that's just the song that comes to me. Collaborate and listen. Isis here with a new edition. And I don't remember the rest of the words. That's all I know. But yeah, that comes to mind. Yeah, so I guess this would be my first collaboration. But I have had some really great opportunities in life. And many times I don't know how my name comes up. I just don't know how my name gets called. But my name gets called. My name comes in the mix, and people say, no, we want you. We want you to do this. And that's always so humbling. Always so humbling.
Tell me about your upcoming plans for Craig McNally.
My upcoming plans for Craig McNally. Well, firstly, we need to work on the body. The body now go on with nothing. Thank God the interview soon done, because this whole time I tuck in my belly and I breathe short. Right? But then I did notice. I plan to work on the body. I've already started. If you look here, but you have to squint your eye and turn sideways. I can't hold it much longer, so hurry up and look. Oh, all right. Seriously though, there's definitely a lot of work that I want to do just in terms of wellness. There are other things. I really want to do a lot more team building work in Jamaica. I've actually hosted workshops where I've taught people how to stop having these boring meetings by incorporating some nice, energizers and team building activities and so on. And I definitely plan to get my website up and running so that I can be more easily found. Although people who need to find me, find me. I mean, I'm not hard to find. The website will definitely allow people to find me a whole lot easier. All my subsidiaries will be listed there, including my podcast, which I plan to get going soon. And I'll be doing a whole lot more YouTube videos. And I'll also be doing a lot more work on the TikTok. One of my videos did well. That wasn't the purpose of doing it. Like, I didn't post the video to get likes or whatever. And it's the video about Nadine, the lady who was caught up in the crab corner situation, the whistleblower. I had done an interview with her maybe 2 years ago, and when I saw the interviews where she was crying, she was so afraid, and she just really wasn't doing well. She was so discouraged, and I said, wow, this isn't the Nadine who I met 2 years ago. I was so inspired by her at that time, and so I decided to remind her. I don't know if she's seen it, or I hope somebody has showed it to her, and I hope she has been reminded about who she is. And I'll be out on the road interviewing other people. So if you see me out there and I come to you to ask you a question, it's not a trick question, right? I'm not try trick you, right? A serious big man thing with it, is it? Yeah. So just let me interview you and done.
Could you remind us of your socials?
Sure. So I'm Dr. Craig McNally on all socials, but primarily on LinkedIn. You can find me there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. McNally, Craig, thank you so much for allowing me to interview you. It was so much fun. I was cracking up, and it was so hard for me to hold in my laughter. I was cracking up behind the screen. So my piece of advice to you, Dr. McNally, are multifaceted, multi-talented, and I feel like you could utilize that on your social media platforms. There's a trend on YouTube, TikTok, where therapists and psychologists reenact sessions with their clients, being both the therapist and the client. You have a theater background and you're an amazing psychologist, so I think you could merge the two talents and create skits to help Jamaicans and the wider world learn about mental health and mental illness. Yes, other people have done it, but they're not you. You are unique, you are special, you are hilarious, you are a light, and I feel you should use that to your advantage. And if you want me to go behind your brand, email me at behindthebrandja@gmail.com.